Hello, Woodburn Wolves. My name is Shadow, and today my friend is going to help you make a puppet that looks like me in preparation for our puppet show. Have fun! To make your puppet, you're going to need your flyer that came home. So on one side, it will have the information about the puppet show, which is May 19th, 2021. And on the other side is our template for our puppet. Now, if you don't have yours, you can go to the Woodburn Paws website and it will be available there. You will also need something to add color, like crayons, colored pencils. You will need a pair of scissors, and you will need a glue stick or a glue of some kind. So the first thing that you will need to do is to color your wolf in. And you just want to make sure that you maybe don't color really dark over these dashed lines, because those are going to be used later to help us know where to fold. And you can color your wolf whatever colors you would like. Now that you have your wolf puppet colored, the next thing we're going to need to do is to cut it out. And we're going to cut on all of these solid black lines, but we're going to make sure that these two tags, these two sticks right here, bits are not, you don't cut them off. You need to make sure that you do not cut here. So these two need to be sticking out because those are going to be our handle to put our fingers in to make our mouth move later. So make sure these do not get cut off. And like I said, remember that you make sure that you keep these attached. And then when you're cutting some of these like small little areas, sometimes what you can do is just cut like up into here, little cuts, and then that should just kind of come right out. So as you're cutting up into here, we want to cut only up to right here. So I'm cutting to there, and then I'm going to turn around here, and I'm only going to cut up right to there. And then I'm going to come from this way, and I'm going to cut these to right there to make sure that I keep those attached. And I'm going to cut right along this line and only cut up to right there. We want to keep those intact. And right there. And then what I like to kind of do for this one is I make sure that it's cut all the way up to the edge here. And then I can kind of fold it back along that line so I can see where it is. And then I can just take it and I can cut right there along that way. So I make sure that I don't risk cutting these pieces. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move all those out of our way. And we've got our puppet here, flat. So this is what it should look like when you're done. And then what we're going to use is we're going to use these dotted lines as our fold lines. Now the first one you should probably do is fold where in the middle here where the mouth is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to kind of just have my fingers there and kind of fold it so that it's on there, on that dotted line, and fold it in half like he's trying to touch his toes. Now that we've got that one there, what we can do is now what you want to do is you want to fold his head back right along that line. So see this line right here, right above his teeth, and we're going to fold that back and just kind of pinch along there and then maybe pinch again. So now kind of got the start of our puppet. But what we need to do next is we're going to fold this one the same way. So we're going to fold it back right along that dotted line. So wherever there's the dotted line, that's where we're folding. So now we kind of have our puppet, but could kind of just do this, but it's a little nicer to have these handles. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold on these dotted lines here and just kind of put a crease there so that we have it for when we glue it down. So just these lines here, just fold right along those lines. Now, next what we're going to do is, you can see where I folded right here. I'm going to use my glue stick to glue those spots right there. And I'm going to push them over, and I'm just going to push down right here. So only glue these first ones right here. It's probably best to do one at a time, because then what you want to do is hold them like this and hold it, and maybe like count to 10 or so and hold it time to give it time to grab on. So that glue has to have time to get a grip. So once you've got that one done, now what we're going to do is, see how these fold up like that? So they're folding straight up. You can maybe even fold them down back like that, so make sure they've got a really good grab, okay? Now these ones, you're going to line up right here on the edge, and see how it's going to make this loop for your fingers. So you're going to glue these down. So what I'm going to do is put some glue from my fold line to the back and line up my edge straight across, and then put my finger down and count to 10 so that I have time for that glue to grip. The longer you let it grip, the better it's going to hold, and it's going to be easier at the end. Now again, same thing. So my fold line is right here. So I'm going to only put glue from my fold line to the edge and make sure I get it all the way covered. Then I'm going to make that stand up, line it up with the edge of my puppet, and then push down and count to 10. So make sure that you count and get it really nice and solid on there. And once you've had time for your glue to grab hold, your puppet is going to look like that. And what you can do is you can put your thumb in the bottom one and a finger here or two, and then you've got your puppet. Thank you for helping me make some new friends today. We'll see you at the puppet show. Bye, Woodburn Wolf.